Hello, welcome to our course. I'm Dr. Richard Ashcroft, your course instructor, and this is Experiential Learning, Context, Self-Reflection, and Professional Development. This course was offered several times in the past, but went on hiatus during COVID, along with the Global Internship Programme. We are restarting it this year, and as part of that process, we have rewritten the course from the ground up to update it and make it a better fit with a rapidly changing, complex, and diverse world, and, hopefully, to make it more useful in your careers going forward. When I was a graduate student at Berkeley many moons ago, I actually GSI'd this course, so I know how helpful it can be for students as they undertake their internships, but I also understand the unique challenge of taking an asynchronous course online while working full-time in an unfamiliar environment. I will take you through who I am, the syllabus, policies, assignments, etc. in the lectures for the first week of the course. So today, I'm just going to focus on the big picture, my overall vision for the course, the key themes and ideas, and some basic issues that have come up in past iterations. First of all, I'd like to say that I'm really excited to have had the chance to redesign and teach this course. Through the Berkeley Summer Sessions Global Internship Programme, you're working all over the world and in a variety of dynamic places, fields, and institutions. This presents a unique opportunity to explore the intersection of academic theories, professional development, and the varied experiences and perspectives you will all be able to bring this summer. That is why many of the assignments involve not just responding to the course material, but applying it to your own experiences in your internships. I think theory is incredibly important for understanding the world, but is only really useful when you apply it to practice and use that to reflect on and amend the theory to some degree. So that will be one of the key themes, using theory to try and make sense of yourself, your experiences and your workplaces in ways that open up your understanding of the world, but always being careful not to apply any particular theory dogmatically, rather to reflect on what it helps you understand and what that particular theoretical framework might be missing. That is why the central part of the course, Module 3, uses different frames: culture and narrative, relationships and leadership, coordination and competition, and formal and informal institutions to approach the world of work and help us understand it. I will talk you through these in more detail next week, but for now I want to stress that we are not trying to find out which of these frames is right and which is wrong, but rather understand what they help us see differently and how we can use them as complementary rather than competing ways of approaching ourselves, the course material, the workplace, and the world more broadly. I have designed these frames specifically for this course based on my own academic work, career experiences as a lawyer, and my experiences GSIing previous iterations of this course. I hope they will be helpful. Following from this basic approach, I have designed the assessments so they involve not just responding to the course material, but applying it to your own experiences in your internships, reflecting on it, and then engaging with other students in the course. I will take you through the basic arc of the assignments next week, but for now I just want to say a couple of things. Firstly, I think it is really important that I give you space to engage with other students in this course. Obviously, that cannot work in the same way as it would for an in-person course where we're all in the same room, which is why many of the assignments require you not just to interpret and apply the material, but also to engage it with another student's understanding of it. This is a vital component of the course, and I anticipate you will learn as much from responding to each other as you will directly from the material and from me. Secondly, I understand that you are all going to be extremely busy this summer with work and, I hope, taking the opportunity to explore your internship, city, and, if applicable, country. I have therefore designed the course around having a high number of low-stakes assignments that can be completed relatively quickly. My experience of this course is that little and often is much easier for you to manage while you juggle work and travel, and means that any missteps or missed assignments aren't very costly. Again, I will talk you through the assignments in detail next week, but I do want to stress that this course is not self-paced. You will have multiple short assignments due every week and longer assignments due less frequently. As I will explain next week, I have set up the assignments and policies so the occasional misstep will not be too costly and should not have a big effect on your overall grade. If you stay current with the course material and complete most of the assignments on time, I would expect you to get a grade in the A range. This means it is absolutely vital that you stay on track and let us know promptly if you are struggling to do so. This brings me to another key theme of the course, communication, which is vital for academic and professional success. We will explore what good communication is and how to communicate in a culturally diverse world and workplace. There are exercises designed to help you practice good communication in person and in writing and avoid common pitfalls. If you find yourself falling behind in this course or struggling to adjust to your workplace or city, please reach out to us as soon as possible. I promise you I will work with you to try and improve the situation and to help you succeed in this course and your internship. But I can only do this if you are proactive with your communication. And I've seen in the past students get a little overwhelmed with the demands of their internship and fall behind on this course. So if you feel like that is happening, reach out as soon as possible and we will work with you to get you back on track. Good communication is part of what it means to be professional, which is another key theme. We will explore different aspects of professionalism and how these can vary across culture, time, sector, and generation. The material and assignments in this course are designed to help you understand professional norms, including professional ethics, and learn how to embody them in person and in writing. One of the things I've learned from living in several different countries, the UK, the US, Japan, Italy, Australia, and working in both law and academia, is that professionalism is not just one thing, but rather is highly context-specific. That means professional success is not just about figuring out what professionalism is and then applying it mechanically as a set of fixed norms and practices, but rather constantly trying to understand what professionalism means in this institution, in this place, to these people. What does it mean to be professional in Mexico City or London versus the Bay Area or Mumbai? What does it mean to be a professional in a law firm, a bank, a startup, a non-profit, or in education? In that sense, professionalism is a skill you need to learn and constantly practice, rather than a set of rules to be learnt and then applied. This course is therefore an opportunity to explore not only your professional development this summer, but to think about that development in the context of a cultural, generational, and sectoral diversity. Cultural diversity is an inescapable fact in a modern globalizing world, and we will think about how it can affect how we think, act, and work together. As some of you will know, my own research focuses on multiculturalism, national identity, and political economy. And it's become very clear to me in the course of that research, and to be honest, in my own personal experiences, that cultural diversity can be both a strength in the workplace and society more broadly, but can also cause difficulties if we don't work on situating ourselves, our neighbours, and our colleagues within the relevant cultural context. We will explore how to do this and practice working on our cross-cultural communication, which is another vital skill in the modern world. This connects to another key theme, which is what skills do we need for success in the modern world and workplace? I have already touched on some of these, learning how to communicate well and act professionally. Those are core skills, but there are others we will explore and practice in this course. For example, we will think about ethical skills, soft skills like cultural knowledge, relationship building, and good management, hard skills such as drafting emails, letters, minutes, memoranda, and presentations, and the technical skills you need to succeed in your chosen field. Many of the assignments are designed to help you practice these skills, to get feedback on them, and to help you figure out how to improve. Also, one of the longer assignments, due in the penultimate week, is a professional portfolio of documents that will be useful for you going forward, including a resume, an elevator pitch, a presentation on what you learned during your internship, cover letters and other emails, a list of actual and potential contacts, programs and employers, and a plan for how to improve the different skills you will need in your career. Finally, one other thing I want to talk about briefly is openness. You are all outstanding students. You are achievers, you're planners, and you are difference makers. That means you likely have strong ideas about who you are and what you want to achieve. That's fantastic, and I don't want to denigrate that at all. However, one thing I would gently suggest is that you try to adopt a stance of openness to new ideas, new skills, new goals for yourself, new people, and new places. Learning is a lifelong process, at least for me, and I have as much to learn from you this summer as you do from me. But you need to learn from each other as well, and from the people you will encounter this summer, professionally and personally. We should all remain open to the new and exciting experiences that lie ahead this summer for all of us, and treat this course as an opportunity not just to advance our own careers and goals, but our understanding of each other and how we can work together to achieve professional, personal, and societal progress. Okay, that is it for my very broad brush introduction to the course. Please make sure to complete the orientation, which is necessary to unlock the first week of the course material, where I will give you much more detail on who I am, what we will be doing this summer, and will invite you to tell us who you are. Looking forward to it.